For more than a century, this opulent museum outside Brussels was a symbol of Belgium's colonial past. It was created by King Leopold II with wealth amassed from his kingdom's plunder of Congo. Its exhibits portrayed Africans as savage and primitive. Hundreds of Congolese people were put on display in a human zoo. But there was no mention of the fact that millions of people were enslaved or killed by their oppressors.
Until 20 years ago, Belgium didn't have any critical reflection of its colonial past, and nobody really questioned about how did Congolese really perceive it. And if you talk to Congolese of that period, I mean, they all talk about the oppression, about the way they were treated. And so when Belgians visit this museum, they'll start reflecting, well, maybe that colonial system wasn't all that good at all.
King Leopold presented Belgium's colonization of Congo as a humanitarian mission, but that was far from the brutal reality. Congolese artist Aimé Mpane hopes his work will force people to reflect on history.
It is thinking together about the past, the present, and making sure what happened never happens again, and to end stereotypes and decolonize the image of Central Africa.
Mireille-Tsheusi came to Belgium as a refugee from Congo in 1975. He's now the country's first black mayor. His son Vincent plays for Belgium's national football team. He says the museum could be a cultural bridge.
From now, this museum will be a different color. Both Congo and Belgium will better understand the mistakes made and the future that awaits us.
While those behind the reopening of this museum hope that it will help Belgians confront their colonial past, some critics say it's a missed opportunity, that a greater gesture would have been to return some of the looted artworks and objects to Congo.
These are not mere artworks. For us, they represent our ancestors. So if my ancestors are enclosed in that museum, frozen in time, then they are dead. So I don't want to celebrate in this cemetery. Perhaps I would visit in the future if we start returning the works.
State museums across Europe have come under increasing pressure from campaigners to return objects taken from Africa. They say it would address some past injustices, but also force people in former colonial powers like Belgium to know and confront a history that for too long has been ignored. Natasha Butler, Al Jazeera, Brussels, Belgium.